So close your eyes. And straight away bring your inner listening, inner being and listening, which is one and the same. So you are not listening something. We are not listening something. We are the listening. It's a difference. Because when we listen to something, mind is subtly involved. But this involvement of the mind is perceived also. So it immediately brings us deeper. Into no interest in particular. Into no wants. Into no waiting. Into nothing else. Into no more. Just enough. And full. So from this satisfaction, into the stillness. By recognizing that this is already so in your deepest place. So it's like there is an effort experienced. It might be effort experienced. But this effort is let go of. In the resting itself. So choose the resting right now, not the effort. See how easy is that. It's like landing, diving. With no panic. Or even if a panic appears, it's nothing to you. It's just like a sound. And very important thing straight away, if you have the tendency to fall asleep or to cloud yourself with the thinking during the meditations, make it an object and don't follow this object. Just be fully transparent, fully alive and open. Without waiting. Perceive the transparency of yourself. Not as an object, but as yourself. See how transparent is that, how alive, free and full. Don't close it with your thinking. Don't close it with your imagination. Don't close it with waiting. Or giving yourself fully into the mind. We can really make it in our essence. It's gonna be funny what I'm gonna say right now, but please try to understand that. You can make this no interest. You can make the mind not being so interesting. So refuse yourself now following the mind. Simply be. Feel the breath. Without the interpretation of it. Without the summary of it. Without the duality. Without the opinion. Like there was only breath on this world. Nothing else. Notice the presence all around you. By presence all around you. As presence all around. Noticing presence happens from presence itself. So something what is noticed is perceived. Always. So don't give yourself into commentary about it. Just be the witness. Rest in this attitude. Rest in not knowing. Rest in not wanting. Also see that it doesn't stop existence. It doesn't stop the sounds, the movement. But experientially, in the core of your being, something doesn't move in the movement, with the movement. So movement might be happening, and is happening, obviously. in you who doesn't move. Actually, you are the movement in no movement, which is prior you. Always go to the first and abide as that. There is no special abidance. Abidance is already. Only don't follow the mind so much. And this is enough to feel the natural state, to rest in peace. Switch off your interest into the past. Past is not important at all. It's just a memory. Do not make it important right now. Be fresh. Be completely fresh and available to wake up from the dream. Make yourself available for waking up by not buying the past, by not buying what you know, what you remember, and what you imagine. When you notice your mind projecting the future, don't buy that either. It's another avoidance. From waking up. The clouds of the past are not important at the moment. The clouds of the future are really not so important right now. It's just a movement. It's just the vibration of energy. Don't give it your full attention. See what is not moving right now. What is not on the journey. What is not processing anything at all. What simply takes hold of everything. And you can do it in two ways. One way is just by imagination that such a place exists, and you can dream of getting there. And this is the mind. And the other way is more obvious, but very often overlooked. It's just simple recognition that this is already so. Everything, absolutely everything happens in you, from you, which is not a little you, a personality you, but the presence, obvious presence of this moment. So you don't have to imagine this, projecting what you know or what you would like to know, or what you think you know. It's just the only reality. Right now, right now, everything happens from there, in there. There is no way out from there, in there. Simply notice this. Like in this very moment, inhalation and exhalation lives in the presence, like the thought lives in this presence, like the sound lives in this presence, like absolutely everything lives there, is born there, and dies there. Just don't follow objects so much, and rest as the presence itself, as the openness itself, as the background for everything. Don't travel with the objects. Let them come and go naturally, on its own accord. You don't have to travel to this voice to hear it. You don't have to travel to your thoughts to hear them, perceive them. You don't have to even travel to imagination to appear. You don't have to travel to interpretation to have it, to grasp it, to conquer it. Just simply do nothing. Make no effort. None of the effort is needed. Only the presence. And I'm speaking only about something which is done already. I'm not speaking about something to do. I'm speaking about something what is done and just for us to recognize. No, just the stillness. Unmovable. And now, just for yourself, see what is more about you. The stillness or the movement and duties. The happening or non-happening. What is more about you? What you love the most. What you love the most. Do you like to travel? With the mind? Or you prefer seeing it from yourself? How does it feel inside? Because only you can see it. Nobody can tell you anything about it. You have to see the difference actually in your experience. How it is to live free from the mind and how it is to live driven by the mind. Being driven by the mind is our passion in this life. Until we are super tired of it. There is an option where you conquer everything. Where the mind is your servant, not your enemy. Where the mind is your friend and you love it. Not being your enemy at all. And this is why is satsang. To conquer the world and the mind, not as the mind. And in this mind is just like a wind. Nothing but. Nothing to get rid of. All is well. All is perfectly well when you know who you are. See right now if it's available for you or if you feel it's not available to you. If it's not available, it's probably because there is some subtle involvement in the mind or some subtle avoidance. So open yourself for an option to be free from that, if you feel you're not available. But if you are available to the presence right now, you know how it feels. How free is that? And how beautiful. So we slowly can open our eyes. It feels like meditation is finished, but it's not finished. Now we continue. There is no break actually to meditation. Meditation is our reality. Meditation is you.